just took my piercing out. I wanted to put in like some of the new, well, not new ones, but some of the piercings. I'm not gonna put it in now. It hurts too much. It's not meant to be that painful to put the flipping piercing in, so I'll do it. Hopefully tomorrow. I might even just leave it out tomorrow. Go to work without having it in. And just let that thing heal, because it's not doing too good right now. I've been neglecting it with I just not be letting it heal properly, which is it's not good at all. It's not good. Let me turn this off. I need to put these piercings away. I need to sanitize them and shit. Type shit. Last wipe of the pack. Nice bins. Yeah, I just finished watching a video. Wait, what's it called? Oh, fuck off. What the science says about brain rot. Well, brain rot is a topic that flipping annoys me so much that the way people talk about it. Like, it's just, people annoy me a lot. People annoy me a lot, especially with the way they just talk about things. They just make stupid assumptions and they try to act all high and mighty or smart. Motherfucker, you're dumb. You're just dumb. Inconsiderate. You're not actually thinking about anything properly. You're just trying to, like, show face. Shut the fuck up. Like, yo. Where say, oh, this content's brain rot. Yeah. Oh, this is blah, blah, blah. But the way our whole fucking lives are lived in this fucking society is brain rot. Like, people aren't thinking about things holistically, which is annoying. Very annoying. You can't be talking about, oh, this is how people live and stuff, and you don't consider all these, like, wider systematic things. Like, just innate, like, you know, oh, let me get a little bit woke. The woke mob. I'm part of the woke mob apparently, or something. Capitalism, the way it is, it's just like, got to stack bread, you know. Which if it was just stacking bread, but I at least had like my food and my housing covered, I wouldn't mind it. I would stack bread so I can get stuff from Warframe. I would stack bread so I can get a better PC. I would do it. I'll do less hours in a week, but I'll do it. You know, I want to be drippy out. I want to drip myself, you know, get more clothes and shit, more jewelry. I like it. But the essentials for, like, just me not to fucking keel over and die, I like that being covered already. Let me close my window. I'll close my window so my neighbors don't hear me flipping go crazy. It's flipping 31st of December. New Year's fireworks are going off, so also I don't want to hear the fireworks. I don't give a shit. I work today, I'm working tomorrow. I don't give a shit. I'm just tired, so I don't care about the New Year. Happy New Year to everyone that cares, but me personally, I don't give a shit. Where was I? Yeah, brain rot. So let me preface this with saying that, yeah, I spend a good amount of hours like on TikTok and YouTube. TikTok is usually either if I'm at work and I have, like, you know, nothing meaningful to do, so I just get on there to, like, eat away at times, so my mind does eat away itself. Or if I'm, like, at home and I've got something else to do and I'm putting it off, just load up TikTok. Man's bing chilling. But, you know, the way the content that comes on my feed, bro, I've heard people, like colleagues at my workplace, I can hear they're flipping, I don't know if it's TikTok or like Instagram or YouTube, but yeah, the content that's just on their feed, bro, that sounds like brain rot. It's like the kind of just stupid memes that don't make any sense, or just people shouting and then forcing their own, like, laughter of sound effects kind of thing. That kind of thing rarely comes to my feed. Sometimes I like it. You know, if you want to go check my profile, my thing's like public, my likes and stuff, so people want to just, like, you know, spy on me, be like, oh, this nigga is on TikTok right now, then yeah, it's on there, you can just check it. But yeah, the kind of content I watch, it varies from, like, short form. I don't like short stuff, like less than 10 seconds. I find it a bit annoying because it loops so soon. I don't want to have to scroll so soon. I like to enjoy it. I like to experience it and feel the community there in the comments. Like, you just, if it's a meme, let's laugh together. Let me like the comments. Let me maybe drop a meme myself. And if it's like something more like serious or just like an explainer, let me see all the comments that people are like explaining their perspective type of thing. Like, I'm heavy in the comments, at least with watching it. I don't like typing that much, but definitely for reading, I love reading the comments and stuff. So that's what really brings me to short form content most of the time. It's just to like read the comments and other things. Like, I rarely go on a video and don't check the comments. Usually it's for like ASMR type thing that I don't check the comments because I just don't give a shit. I'm just there for the video. But for like, if I'm going to like a Warframe video, this thing is way, bro, you probably can't see it. There's one person that's just way big, smaller than the other one. Didn't realize. Lol. Yeah, if I'm watching like a Warframe video, it's like, oh yeah, this arcane is pretty good on this Warframe. I'll be like, okay, let me go to the comments. Let's see what other people are thinking. I'm like, these are good combos. That's a nice build idea. Now I have something I could try for like the next 3 to 4 hours. That's pretty cool. Usually it's more like 1 hour, then I figure out I don't like it. But, you know, it's potential. I also think I'm ill. Like, my voice is... I'm struggling, bro. Boy. Yeah, brain rot. See, I don't have, like, any notes or anything. I just was talking to myself after watching the video. And I was not like feeling the video that much. When I kind of watch these like video essay things, let me be honest, I feel like flipping like good 60-70% of video essays have like a decent point to them, and then they waffle and waffle and waffle, and then at the end they have some nonsensical shit or something that's so shallow that I don't know how you made it a 30-minute video. I genuinely don't know. Like, you've gone to the point, then you went around it, and you went behind it, you went underneath, you went 10 miles away, you came back, went 10 miles the other way, you came back, kissed it on the forehead, and he fucked off, and he said, this is where we end, away from the point. Like, my brother, my sister, my folk, lock in. This doesn't feel genuine. This feels like some rich shit. I'm looking at myself in my thingy. I don't want to see myself, bro. Like, I'm sexy, but like, I'm not that sexy. Yeah, I can't see myself anymore. Love the which channels I want to put this video on. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Yeah, forgive me for losing focus, because like, your boy is not locked in it. Teehee. Warframe audio up. Yeah, once again, I don't have much of a point to what I'm saying. It's just annoyance of just like, you know, turn this shitty light off. Get my head in. Bro, this is my brain after flipping doing my 9 to 5 that I don't give a shit about, that doesn't pay me much, but I still gotta go because I don't want to sleep on the streets. My brother, I actually don't know what to say. This is my daily dilemma. What do I say? 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 Did I talk about my piercing? I think I did. Just gonna keep it out for today. Going to work with piercing out. I haven't taken care of this thing. It's my first piercing, a nostril. Like, I really wanted to put a ring, a hoop into it, and I did it a bit early. I should have waited until, like, if I was to do like a 7-month wait to put it in, or 8 month, it'll be until, I wouldn't put a hoop in until flipping February. But, you know, I just was thinking I can jump the gun, you know. I got like that Wolverine Hulk healing factor, so I could just put it in rather than 8 months in. I could put it in, you know, 3, maybe 4 months in. No, I have a giant flipping I had a name. I've been telling myself the name the past few days. What is it called? It's not a scar. A scar is more like permanent. This thing grows and then it disappears when I take the piercing out, or when I had the stud, it would come up and disappear because I sometimes would tug it when I'm washing myself in the shower. So it will pop up when I've like fucked up. I've like injured my piercing. Then it will go away when it heals. It's keloid. Is it keloid? Let me double check. I've been saying that to myself the past few days. It's not a keloid. Actually, it's not. It's more like a scar or just a bump. I think it's just a bump maybe because I'm looking at the keloid images. This is not it. And don't worry, I'm not going to show you it. I don't want to do that to you lot. I think it might just be a bump, which is good because they'll go away like in like a week or two. So for now, because it's too painful to put my studs in, I'm gonna just leave it out. Hopefully the next day or two it'll be fine. I do have a kit to put the things in, so at least I can do that, even if my piercing starts healing over. But you know, like whatever. Hey, just a disclaimer as well. I go back and forth on points, just the way my brain is. So if I've already pissed you off with like me going back and forth and like flipping, you know, here, there, everywhere, switching, just take it easy and click off, because I'm not the guy for you. I am not your guy, man. I am not your guy. Yeah, brain rot. Yo, I feel like brain rot isn't just down to people. Oh, it's just people like going on. You're just looking at bad content. You're just not really locked in. It's not that bullshit. I think it's just more like people are so flipping, like either stressed out or bored, or you know, just like feel like they don't have me time in their own lives. Just like, you know, you're doing 9 to 5 and then you come home and you got other shit to do, and then you flipping go in 9 to 5 to go to the next day. You know, there's no like, if you're working full time, you probably have only 2 days a week on average off. Maybe you're doing 40 hours in 4 days, you get 3 days off. Still, it's not like anything amazing. And if you don't get paid that much, you know, you're not able to save a good amount of money, you're not able to live up to the life you actually want to live, even if it's just going out once a week and enjoying yourself well, then that can get really shitty really quick. So what's a quick and cheap way to get away from that? There's my phone. Wagwan, I got a thing right here, boy. I got a thing right here. We go here. Bang. Bang. Tiki-toki. Don't show some ass. Don't show ass. Yeah, no ass. Just tattoos. That's lit, bro. That's lit. Flipping. Just go on TikTok and you scroll and you scroll and you scroll. Ha 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 ha. Funny. It's just what? I wasn't scrolling. Well, you scroll. Let's go. You get the point. Like you do something that is not going to break your bank, because you can't afford to break your bank, because if you do, you're sleeping on the streets. So you just do something else that's light, and you go on fucking TikTok or Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts or something. For me personally, I prefer long form content. As I said, between 25 minutes. Did I say that? I don't remember what I said before and after I started recording. And I prefer things longer than between 25 minutes to like 45 minutes. That's a pretty sweet range for YouTube videos in general. Sometimes like longer, sometimes like shorter, but it depends on the content and how I'm feeling and my time scale that I have. I'll close TikTok because those notifications are looking juicy. See, with me personally, my preference for these things is like going to the comments. So when I see someone's replied to my comment or someone's commented on my post, I'm like, ooh, human interaction, let's go. Usually it's nothing like too intellectually engaging, but I still like it because it's direct, you know. And so it was like a public forum, so anyone can chip in. And I like that. I like that a lot. I don't like just having DM type things too often, unless it's something like that you actually want to keep private. I prefer just have it public so anyone can chip in, or other things. Keeps me engaged. I like having different variables of things in my life. I don't like just having things that be very, very straightforward and simple. I don't like things being too complex, sure, but I also don't like things that being like, oh, you just watch this one conveyor belt for 10 hours and will pay you £1,000 a day. Like, it's good money, yes, but I'll lose my fucking mind so quickly. Like, I'll do it for like a good month or two, and then I'm gone. I'll never touch that job again, unless I need a top up. You know, like I'd rather spend my time engaged with something that actually flipping needs engagement. For me, psychologically, like my brain is always running. The only time it's off is when I'm asleep, and with me, the way insomnia is beating my behind, I don't really sleep. I pass out. So I'm just up, bang, 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 like the hours. Faster, faster, faster. Let's go, amigo. Hold on. I might have a bacterial infection. Because my throat is like, let me not say that. Yeah, my throat is like, oof, it's going through it, bro. It's going through it. Right, yo, I kind of want to do some other stuff while I just like yap. God damn, that's some good water. Crispy, crispy. All right. Yeah, so brain rot. Yeah, like if someone says to me like, "Oh, you're playing the Warframe and you're talking about thing, you must have a brain-rotted brain." I just tell that person, "Shut the fuck up. Inhale my balls. Just check it. Get that sweet, sweaty scent because you are chatting bullshit. It don't make no sense, blood. What do you mean? Because I like to do one thing while doing something else, that I'm brain-rotted? I'm still locked in doing this thing. Like, my brain doesn't work in just, like, I usually have two trains of thoughts at all times, like something auditory and something visual. So this is too loud. I need a way to turn down my Bluetooth headset. Okay, cool. Still louder than I want it to be by a decent margin, but I can focus a bit more. So yeah, brain rot. Yeah, people just say some like really random shit that doesn't make much sense when you think about it, which annoys me so much because they chat so confidently and so like vigorously and trying to shut down your points without actually engaging with your points. And that's like, to me, that is brain rot. What could be more brain rotted than faking engagement for things that you're meant to be, that you're trying so hard to act as if you're engaging with? That's the ultimate form of brain rot, honestly. You're just doing some weird social game that doesn't fucking do anything other than just increase your social status with people that don't pay attention either. Like, the people that actually are gonna big you up aren't paying attention to what you're saying as well. So you could do fucking anything. You could be joking it. People will be like, "Oh yeah, you're the boss, motherfucker." You're just joking it. Like, I don't find that attractive, so I'm not gonna big you up. And like, you know, so you do you. If people like really like to get off to just faking it, okay, you do your thing. I'm not gonna kink shame you, but like, just don't act as if you're not brain rotted, because to me that's brain rot. Like, you're not actually doing what you say you're doing. You're acting like you're doing. You're just doing random bullshit, and you're not actually, you know, doing it. So yeah, once again, people just say, "Oh, brain rot." If you watch TikTok, you're brain rotted. That's such a stupid, like, simple. Once again, the ultimate form of brain rot, because like, it's you're simplifying something that's so much more complex and dynamic and holistic than what you're claiming it is. You can't just say, "Oh, this one thing this one app is causing a problem. It's just TikTok. It's just YouTube Shorts. It's just a short style of content. To me, it's just the tip of an iceberg that's been forming for hundreds of years. Like the way we live our lives, like it's not that good for our bodies. For thousands of years, just lived on like the land in smaller communities, you know, flipping like doing agriculture or hunting and gathering type of things. So you're gonna be more engaged with just like you're gonna have like a general bit of downtime or just general awareness, like you're just focusing on the sound of wind, any random twigs breaking, you know, any calls you hear in the distance, the weather changes. Like you just have like mostly general awareness, in my eyes at least, mostly generalized awareness. And then on times, like if you're engaged with a hunt or you're looking for certain like foods, like berries, because you don't want to get the poisonous ones, for example, you're gonna lock in and be like, okay, this is like the right shades, this is like really nice and ripe, you know, let's take this, let's not take the other one, that kind of thing. But you wouldn't be like, you know, for 8 hours a day we're gonna put you in like in an arena and you're gonna like try to like, I don't know, poke more enemies than like someone else. I don't know, like what kind of like bullshit way you can do it. It's not the same way. We don't live the same level of intensity. Like the intensity's been increasing for hundreds of years. You have like the multiple industrial revolutions. I don't have enough info to just talk about it out of my ass, so I'm not going to go in detail with that. But like once upon a time, working 16-hour shifts was like commonplace. You have your children that are 12 years old working 12-hour shifts to be like, yes, pappy, I'm doing well for myself. I did a 12-hour shift, mate. Pappy, are you happy for me? Yes, son, I'm very happy. Yes, you're doing well, making good money. If that was me now, even as my big, small, 24-year-old self, I'm not doing 12-hour shifts. I did 10-hour shifts working at Amazon one time, and my brain was like flipping, like that was brain rot. Watching the conveyor belt, just going for doing a very simple thing for 10 hours, 4 days a week. I was meant to be 5 for the first 3 weeks. I lasted 3 weeks as well, but doing it 4 days a week, and just like only having wasn't it two? I think it was meant to be 2 30-minute breaks. I don't remember the exact time of breaks, but it wasn't good enough to make like, it just wasn't good enough. It wasn't enough. Then I'd come home and I'm just living in a place that was too much for me since the way my home was set up was essentially a nightmare in a way. Like, it's just too much noise or smells and stuff. I just didn't feel like I had as much privacy as I want. Like in this very moment, I live with 2 other people. Let me just keep it vague. I live with 2 other people, adults, working adults, but they're on vacation, holiday. Probably to slur a lot of words. My throat is just going crazy. I might have to cut this short. But yeah, I don't live alone, unfortunately. But they're on holiday, so it's just me and my rabbit right now. So I feel like I live alone for a bit, and I'm liking this. Aside from the fact that I have a flipping 9 to 5 that I don't give a shit about, and that really drains my time, and I don't know my schedule until like the week of. So I can't ever like plan my life properly, even if I have any energy to do so. So that sucks. But where was I? I completely lost my point. But you know what's not the problem? It's not this damn game. I tell you for sure, this game is helping me process it a lot, because I can autopilot a lot of it. There's some information I'm looking at, but like, you know, I can watch my health, I can watch my shields minimap, my abilities, my armor, sorry, not armor, and energy. I can go do this bullshit and then switch back. I need to switch my... That should be fine. But yeah, the game's not the problem. The game's helping me process things. Maybe it's just me personally, but I don't like the way people talk about brain rot, because like for me, the brain was what you lot do. You weird people that just have this like weird social flipping like jerk off fest orgy, and they act as if that's like the big best thing you could do in life. When for me, it would just be like living in a way that you wouldn't give a fuck about, and sticking by it, and then, you know, whatever it is, you just lock in on that way of life, and not just be turned because, oh, someone that seems charismatic says this and that and that, and all of a sudden I don't have a functioning brain, so I'm not going to critically think about what you're saying. I'm just going to take it as it is and believe it because, oh yeah, that's not brain rot, you know. Maybe I'm just mad. Maybe just whole is mad. I'm the whole. But I just get annoyed really fucking quickly when people just, when I see this like stupid discourse that never changes over the years of, oh, this is brain rot, oh, this is brain rot, but my 9 to 5 is not brain rot, but being on TikTok for like 8 hours is brain rot, but also like being at my job for 8 hours is a brain rot, but like, you know, just people are just not considering things more holistically, which is why you don't understand the point, because you're not thinking about the bigger picture. You're seeing a few puzzle pieces, and you're acting as if you've seen the whole thing, and you've convinced yourself you've seen the whole thing, even though if you do the math, you realize, oh, I'm only seeing part of it. But because you don't actually care about the math, you're not going to double check it or even care that the math is wrong. So anyways, I'm going to end the video here because I'm actually not making any good points at this point. So I'm going to shut the fuck up and let my voice, my throat heal up. I don't know, maybe just keep the video going so I can flipping come back to something else I want to do, want to say later. But yeah, if I don't come back, thank you for listening and just hear my annoying voice yap on for a while. Peace. Ball frame. But let me turn this light off. Become a blob. Brain. I actually kind of want to see the comments on that video and just like bash them for a bit. What the actual science says about the brain rot? It's also like people have this like weird echo chamber of like, if someone starts hating on a platform for doing a certain thing, they just people just add on to the bashing about it, and they don't really discuss ways that can help. Like, at least if someone, even if the ways that people say that help doesn't work for me, at least I can give it the merit of saying, oh, at least they sharing what works for them or what could work for the person they're talking to. But some people just whine and whine and whine and whine. And like, they're not really offering any other way to do anything. I guess I haven't offered anything this way, this video, so I gotta like fix the fuck up and say something. I'm gonna say it now. What I'm gonna say. I think people just need to have like, you know, there are major limitations because once again things are more holistic. Like, it's not just simply, oh, you could have this fix done in one day. That's also one thing. People just want instant fixes, which makes sense, right? But it's like, you know, the reason you really want an instant fix isn't necessarily because it's become like commodified or whatever way of you saying it. Well, that we're so used to things because of the internet. It's not because of that. I don't think it's because of that. Maybe that's a thing that adds to it, but I don't think it's the main crux of the issue. I think the main crux of the issue is that you people are, well, we because I'm at work as well. I have a 9 to 5. We're at work for like a third of the day, and they meant to have a third of the day for sleeping as well. So what, you have 8 hours, which is actually 8 hours because you got to consider travel time, prep time, you know, groceries, chores, eating, you know, shitting, you know, bashing your shit, you know, do whatever. So it's not actually 8 hours of me time. It's more like 4. You know, if you're lucky like me, lucky like me, and you don't have any dependencies. I have a rabbit, yes, and right now she's relying on me to look after her. My abilities are bugged. Yeah, she's relying on me to look after her, so, you know, she needs me. But, you know, if you say you don't have like children or like a disabled dog or cat that needs your attention a lot, then you probably are more lucky like me to be able to just do whatever the fuck you want after work most of the time. But even then, you're getting like 4 hours on average. I was gonna have insomnia. That's been a thing for me since I've been like 13. So I have a bit more free time. It's a cute little hack. Get insomnia. You have more you time. Yeah, you don't have much. So what was my point? Damn. Huh. I don't remember my point at all. I can't even kill myself in this game. It's so stupid. I'm bugged out. Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, someone I just read the comment. It's like dissociation. Like the short form content is a form of dissociation. So you shouldn't be focusing on. I think it's fucking stupid to focus on the fact that you're dissociating. That's the other thing. Yo, it's like the orphan question machine. If some news title said if you saw the Onion, someone just thought it was real and said, oh, this orphan crushing machine has been this well, I don't know, after 5 years of daily orphan crushing, the orphan crushing machine has been shut down for good. You'd be like, yeah, the orphan crushing machine is now destroyed. Yeah. The comments will be bigging it up, but like, we should be bigging it up. You should be asking why the fuck that thing existed in the first place. Why the hell did someone create a orphan crushing machine? How did it get so prolific? How did it go on for 5 years and not be stopped? What the hell happened? What's the systemic reasons for this happening? How would someone do this undercover? You know, that kind of thing. These are the kind of questions someone critical thinking would be coming up with, like, immediately. It's just second nature. It's like breathing. Like, why would you're just gonna go through that thought process immediately? And people just don't seem to be doing that. It's about, like, why do people find these things so enjoyable? It's not just because, oh, it's built to be nice. Yes, it is built to be nice. But my brother, if you had a life that you actually lived that enjoyed that much, you wouldn't be on these flipping apps, you know? If I could just go to Wales right now for 2 months and just climb mountains and make vlogs about it, I probably would. Even in this cold ass weather, it'd be kind of lit. It'd be different from my normal lifestyle. Yes, I'll be playing some games every so often, but, like, you know, let me climb mountains, bro. But I can't do it. I don't have the money to do it. If I go do that, I won't have a job when I come back. I have a rabbit to look after. So I have all these different kind of issues. The rabbit issue is the easiest one to deal with, if you could deal with other ones. But I can't deal with the other ones. I'm kind of stuck here in London, this fucking overrated ass city, where your bank account is drained and you say thank you after it. Like, you know, I'm gonna turn this audio off. Like, yeah, like, it's just. My point is, people don't ask why people are feeling in a way that these kind of technologies are better than just sitting in their own life. Because who wants to be flipping, like, focused on life where they come home from a 9 to 5 and they look at their bank account and they're thinking, how can you get to the end of the month without, like, eating flipping your shoes and stacking a ramen noodles every day, you know, udemy noodles every day. You know, people don't want to be flipping just be stuck in their cold ass houses because they can't afford to heat up the place. And are you on the macro? Because, like, you do this constantly. You know, people don't want to be thinking about just, like, how they're going to put their kids through school, because you can't even flip and pay for their school meals, and they won't give you free school meals for whatever dumb reason, because, oh, you're making too much money. But I can't afford to flip and pay for whatever reason that the school is just making for this bullshit. They don't want to fix it. So let's just flip and get on TikTok or YouTube, and for whatever, like, 20 minutes, 4 hours I have to myself, let me just, like, have some fun. It just makes sense, you know. It's also why people, like, drink. It's why people flipping take crack cocaine. It's why people flipping, you know, have marijuana. Marijuana. Like, the similarities are just everywhere, and the people just want to bash on the flipping like just the bare bones first thing they can attack, the thing they're addicted to, and not the reason why they're addicted. And it's like it's just bound to have these issues happen again and again and again, because you're not helping the people, you're just blaming them, or you're blaming someone else. So the person that even if they have some like pathway to become accountable for it, like you're taking it away from them because you're just completely shifting the blame from them, but also you're at the same time other people just put the blame completely on them, and it's actually a mix of the both. But it's just like, I think it's so much more of like a broader issue than just what the person does to themselves, that there is no single way to flipping fix it, and people just so often want a simple fix. And also that is also one other thing, it's like a symptom of this general lifestyle. People want one quick fix to just magically fix everything. Like me personally, I want to win a lottery. I want to win a lottery pretty fucking good. I used to be putting money into it every single week, and nowadays I'll forget to actually go put money into it, so I kind of just don't give a shit, because it's been years and I've got at most like £10 back or £25, so it's not really worth your money. But like, you know, if I won £10 million tomorrow, I am retiring for life. I'm going to retire my dad, I'm going to retire my mum, I'm going to retire my brothers and sister. Now, extended family beyond that, I love you guys, but that's tough. You're gonna have to keep working. That's tough. But me personally, my direct family, my direct blood, you all get retired. You all living life good. Now, I'm not gonna give you a bunch of money because I don't want you lot to just drain it and then flipping, you know, screw yourself over. And then I don't have the money to invest in anything, so I have to go get 9 to 5 or some shit. I don't want to do that, so I'm gonna give you a little bit, but like, it's gonna be more than you flipping out of right now. Like 10 mil is a lot. 10 mil is a lot. I don't want a yacht. I don't want any like Uber mansion. My main thing right now is to have like a room for sleeping, a room as a gaming and office room, and a living room, and like not too many people outside. If I step out my door, I want to not see more than 10 people every 10 minutes, no more than one person a minute. Where I live in London, it's easily, even on a quiet day, easily 5 people. It depends on if there's events going on, but whatever. I don't want to see that many people because I'm not really a people person. If you didn't know, like, I have people I have people that I've known for years online, and I can go for like a good few weeks or month and not talk to them and be like, okay, cool, wagwan, let's play a game. No problem at all. I can, if I don't have to work, I can be at home, talk to no one for a good week, like not physically talk to no one, and I'm happy. I'm just enjoying myself. So I actually really want to get a place where I don't have to see many people when I go out, so I can just go out and fucking do whatever the fuck I want. If I want to go on a hike, no one has to see me. That's lit. For one, where was I going? Anyways, what was my point? Wow. Anyways, yeah, I basically, if I won a lottery, the amount of problems I have right now, I would be gone, because I'll be able to take action on things I want to take action for, and I won't have to worry about things because I don't have money issues. It's crazy. Like, I will still have some like executive functioning issues, but the vast majority of those executive functioning issues are because I have a 9 to 5 I have to flip and put effort into, and time and energy, and that just drains me more than I usually would if I was to do even the same hours or something I even half enjoy. Like, the returns of those other things I half enjoy will be much greater than the thing, this job that just drains so much out of me. You know, if there's like a big event at work and I gotta clean the bathrooms, I gotta just, it's tough. I just gotta suck it up and walk through that busy ass room and go knock on the bathrooms if it's the ladies' bathroom. I think my neighbour's here. Hold on. Oh my god, that was paused. I forgot I paused. I knew it was something I forgot. Oh my whatever. You don't need to know why I got up. I guess I'll tell you anyways. I'm gonna leave this and I'll come back. I'll do something else. Yeah, I collected a delivery from my neighbor. Yeah, so she has it now. It's calm. Yeah. Yo, I was getting some ideas from the YouTube comments, so I'm gonna like get to extraction and then go check. Yeah, even with all the cuts I'm planning on doing for this video is gonna be somewhere between my preferred video length, between 25 and like 45 minutes long. I'm also a blob on the screen. Don't mind that. Like, your video is not glitching. Like, my lights are off. All of my lights in this room are off. It's just my monitors. So, you know, you ain't seen this, brother. You ain't seen this, brother. Let's see some comments and see what anything I want to touch on, any points. I've always thought that TikTok acts like an addictive slot machine, where with each swipe, you're impatiently waiting for that next hit. I've intentionally tried to avoid it and installed extensions to remove YouTube Shorts and block it on my browser. I mean, I can respect it for getting rid of them, but me personally, that's extra work, and it's like, it's not that big of a problem if I just don't fucking click. And if it's something I'm interested in, then I'm gonna click on it. I want to see it anyways. So, like, I don't know, maybe it's just I don't get addicted to it that much. It's not like, I know myself enough to know that if I am actually in a mood that I'm addicted to the scrolling, that's not because the scrolling has sucked me in. That's because something else in reality has pushed me to that point. Like, in general, I find that shit overwhelming. It's very sensory overwhelming. I don't like it at all. It's too much. So I know, once again, that I have ways to avoid, to try to avoid get to that point, but sometimes it's just inevitable. Once again, 9 to 5 is the big issue for me right now. Like, if I didn't have a 9 to 5 right now, while my the people I live with are on holiday, I'll be spitting out content. Honestly, I would. I have the energy, I have the time, I have the will. I'll be very happy. But right now, I'm not very happy. I don't have that much money. I know people in my life that are struggling with money. I don't see much of a future for myself as it is, unless my content creation pops off. So, you know, at least not a future I want to. I don't want to be doing 9 to 5 until I'm like 65. Just shoot me right now. Shoot me right now, bro. I would take that. I take the bullet. I take a Lex to the brain and flipping a 9 to 5 for another 41 years. Run that shit, man. But yeah, you know, I don't like having my efforts wasted, and I don't like having, you know, like just it's also another thing that pushes me towards like just scrolling, because I like the past 2 years I've been really reading off creating content online. Your girl is beautiful, by the way. I've been really reading off of it. I just don't enjoy it that much because I'm not getting too many returns. And it's just because you put so many hours, so much effort into creating these kind of videos, and it doesn't really get the numbers that make sense for you to keep going. Like, you need to have the return for your investment. There's no good in just draining yourself doing something and it doesn't give you back even a tenth of what you're giving to it, in my opinion. There's different ways to get it back. Like, for some things it's just straight up money, other things it's just knowing that you help someone out. For other things it's what else could it be? Like, it's just a lifestyle that you know, it's a lifestyle that you really fuck with. But it's just no good if you're like not getting that return. And for me, putting in so much effort and time into planning out videos and working on them, even recording footage for some of them, editing, and doing a thumbnail, a title, and putting it up, and then for it to not even get 100 views. That sucks, especially when I've been on TikTok since like 2021, and the most random bullshit I can do can get mad numbers, and even that same video I put on YouTube that doesn't get 100 views, it can easily get, at least back in the day, it can easily get like 10k views on TikTok, and that's kind of lit. Even though the percentage of views to likes can change, and the way people comment on it can change. Comments are a big thing I work for, but even though that changes, at least like my returns, the numbers of returns was better on one platform to another. I also once again forgot my point. I think I'm just tired. I don't know if it would be much better on a day off, but definitely on a day after work at my bummy job, but I don't care, and I don't get paid enough to care, and I don't get paid enough to have a future to care about. Like, it's just things are a bit glim, you know. I also feel like I have a bit of more hope than some people. Like, I'm not just gonna like keel over and give in. That's not me. But also, you know, like my inspirations are the characters like on a day-to-day that inspire me are Optimus Prime and Superman. I have some days where I'm like really fucking with Batman. I have some days I'm really fucking with Spider-Man or Aloy. You know, all these goated characters. But primarily it's Prime and Soup, and those goats, they don't just keel over real quick about things they care about. So I'm gonna do the same. You know, I'm gonna live up to that the best I can to that ideal, and just keep pressing about things you care about. Also, it's not just that. It's also like, you know, the job isn't done. Like, I'm not dead yet, so why completely give up on something that isn't going to kill me or isn't that big of a deal to restart? It's no point, especially when I loved doing something like that, like editing, for the love of the game. Like, even if I was a millionaire right now and I didn't have to work for the rest of my life, I would still work on those videos because I love doing them. I have the ideas in my head. I literally see and hear the videos, and I want to bring that into reality. I fail every time. It just depends on how much I fail, like how much worse is it in reality than in my head. But at least I try, and I think it's pretty fun. I was just seeing a thumbnail and title for something about Gen Z quiet quitting. I was like, yeah, that's me right now, because like I don't give a shit. Trying again and again and again and again and again at certain things. Like, you're trying to get girlfriends, trying to get a partner, or you're going to data apps, like no one matches, and then the people you do match to, they don't seem to give a fuck at all about getting to know you. And even those 3 out of 500 that do actually care about talking with you, at least give you that feeling of it, because you actually send the paragraphs back and forth. No dates. Never met them in person. Didn't even play games with them. That sucks. So just kind of give up on that. Just let people come to you, which happens like never. And then when you ask someone out, they have a boyfriend, and you're confused because you thought they were flirting with you, and it's really weird because when you think about it, they're actually were flirting with you, but apparently in a relationship. Anyways, let me not get into that. Let me not get into that. Also, jobs, all these ghost jobs, all these flipping data farms where you send out requests and applications and they just get nothing back, and it's like, what the fuck are you not doing, you know? And like, even if you do get an interview, you're better off expecting nothing back than hoping for the best. Like, you can't, like, you have to be really, I have to be cynical in doing it, otherwise I'm gonna lose my fucking head. I just have to be cynical. This is the way I have to live in this life. Even though I have hope that keeps me from like jumping into the Thames, having to swim, like I have to also be cynical and be like, yo, there's fuckery going on in the world right now. So I have to be tough myself up and be ready to face it every time I step out the door. Even actually in my own home, I gotta be ready for it all the time, which sucks because it feels like you can't really like just be like a soft human as we are, or squishy things that die fairly easily. Like, you know, I can't be just human. I just gotta be like this tough robot that lives for 75 years with anxiety. But you know, whatever. I'm losing the point again. I might have to cut this short again. Like the returns for your investments are just weaning away, and that's one of the things that actually got me to do fitness for a little bit, like a good few months, because at least for that, for me, in my abled body, if I do workouts 3 times a week and I eat well 6 or 5 days a week, I'm going to get gains. I'm going to get wham, you know, if I stick to it, which I'm not sticking to it, but at least I have like a nice twink body. I'm sexy. I am sexy. I don't care about anyone hearing it. I don't care. If you're my family member, please, I beg, don't watch any more videos, please. Please, I beg, because I don't want to be keeping the PG-13 just because I don't make things weird. So like I think I'm sexy in like for my market. I guess everyone has a market, but I feel like mine is like fairly well-rounded. Like, you know, show my body and my face to people that might be attracted to my gender. And like a good portion of them were like, hey, this guy's kind of nice. Where am I going with this? Yeah, but at least, like, you know, fitness is a guaranteed returns, unless you have like some health condition or something that messes up. Like, you just know if you eat right, you're gonna feel better. If you also work out, you're gonna have gains. You're gonna have a nice body shape compared to not doing that across a year. There's gonna be returns that you feel, and it's going to be returns that you can see, and that's flipping awesome. That's what makes it so easy for me to stick to, like, not overeating like biscuits, or just make sure like I have my supplements every day, you know, like creatine, lion's mane, what's the other one, vitamin D. Also got another one recently, codeine. That thing tastes horrible, but you know, I feel strong. At least I feel better taking it than I feel not taking it. So I'm gonna try it for like another month and see how that goes. But yeah, that has like guaranteed returns, so it's easy to maintain something that you know is gonna give you back at least in equal parts, or maybe just even like minimum 50% back as to what you put into it. Just maintain it. If you're like doing 9 to 5 and you're grinding for a year, 2 years, 3 years, and like no one's noticing your work, or even worse, people are noticing it. People are saying, "Oh, you're doing good." No pay increase, no promotion, because you're better off just sticking in that spot and grinding yourself into burnout than going up the ranks in the company. Like the company is more incentivized to keep you there until you run into the ground and then replace you, than to let you grow up in the company and stick with it for like 20, 30, 40 years. And it's not because, oh, it's actually better for the company to do that. No, it's just better for the shareholders' pockets. That's, well, in the short term it is. In the long term, you actually want to keep people for a long time to keep the company going, so at least you're not going to flip and sink because no one's been trained how to do something for 20 years, and then now you need it, and then now your company dies, whatever. It's just the greed. The greed makes it pointless. The greed of the few at the top make it really difficult to flipping make your efforts worthwhile. So why give the efforts in the first place? So now we're going to go to other things that are just easier, that are lighter. TikTok, YouTube Shorts, reels. Let me get enjoyment that isn't as deep or long lasting as it would be if I had the job I want, the life I want, the place I want, the partner I want, the way of the living to the morals I want. Like, if I can't have that, at least let me get like some kind of fake, not even fake, but just like a short and lighter version of that feeling that most humans desire through these apps. Because at least I can get that from something. It's better than not getting it at all and then feeling like worthless and just not having a reason to continue going. It's much better than that. So let me get that instead. And I think it's just really inconsiderate and downright nasty to call these apps and these outlets as a cause for brain rot when they are the symptom of brain rot. Brain rot would have existed before them, it will exist after them, and it's not just because these things make it easy to get a hit, it's because people need to get that hit because they can't get it anywhere else. It's just not viable, it's not worth the troubles, or it's just going to be taken away from you in 0.01% of the time that it took you to get it. So why do it? It's just the math isn't mathing, it's illogical. It's just illogical. You have to be kind of insane. You have to be like not right in the head to think that's a good trade. It just doesn't make any sense. It's biologically, you're going to be doing that kind of math anyways. It's kind of like, oh, can I fight this tiger for the antelope we just killed because my village is hungry, or do I just go gather all this fruit over the other side of the river, and then we live on that until the next herd comes in? It doesn't make sense to attack the tiger. Just go for the fruit and then wait for the next herd. Survive. Yes, it's not as maybe you have so much fruit that you don't have the proper vitamins, nutrients. They kind of want the antelope. But my friend, do you want to die for the antelope? What's the point? Now your village is hungry and you're down the person. So now they're struggling in the morning and they're still suffering. So just go for the fruit and wait together, and you can get, that's just better. And that is like TikTok. TikTok is the fruit. It's not going to last you that well. Maybe you're overdoing it, but it's going to keep you going. It's going to keep you alive. It's going to keep you wanting to keep living, which is a biological imperative. So you're better off going for that than fighting the tiger, trying to get a promotion that may never come. You may just grind, and then you burn out, sleep on the streets because you can't afford to you have no savings to pay off rent, and then I just sniff too much coke and you're finished, and it's just not good, man. It's just really pointless. It's really painful, and I don't see, once again, I get annoyed so much when I see the discourse, because they just ignore the socio-economic environments that we live in. It's something that you should not and cannot ignore without being ignorant and arrogant. Or ignorant or arrogant, sometimes, many times, both. And I think I really hope people would just adapt, but at the same time, why would people adapt? If you could just lazily have this fake intellectual discussion and people take it seriously, why would you actually want to take it seriously? When you're just gonna run, you're just gonna have to fight the people that once backed you up because they don't want to actually see reality as sharp as it actually is, or at least sharper than their delusion is. But whatever, bro. I'm just waffling, and I kind of don't have anything else to add. So I'm gonna actually properly buzz off this time, and you won't hear from me again today. Goodbye, my brothers. Goodbye, my sisters. Goodbye, my other folk. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for listening. I'm gone. Peace, motherfuckers.